What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, today's episode we are going to be creating a sharpshooting wing. So with that being said, let's jump straight into the build. Now obviously if you want to make this build, you have to make it at the small forward position so you get the wing name, because the small forward is obviously the wing. But that is the only way to get the wing name in your build on any type of rare build, so you gotta go small forward. Height, I went 6'6", and then I left the wing, the weights at 215, and then I put the wingspan down to 6'7". But you can tweak these things to your liking. I do though think that you're gonna have to go lower on the wingspan. You could tweak the height and the weight and stuff like that, but you're going to have to go lower on the wingspan just because you're going to need to get your shooting high enough to get the name sharpshooting. Otherwise, your name is going to be something totally different. It's not going to be a sharpshooting wing. You got to have super high shooting on your build to get that name. So just keep that in mind when you are making tweaks to the build. Moving on, we're going to get to the attributes. So for the close shot, I went 84 on this. We went 75 on the layup, and then we went 73 on the driving dunk, just so that we could get that bronze posterizer. And then for the standing dunk, we did go to a 40, just so we had some standing dunk animations. Obviously, we're not going to have the other package you get at 45, but we will get the package that you get at 40. And then for the post control, I just threw whatever I had left over, which was 35. So here you see we have a 73 driving dunk, which is going to get us some dunk packages as well as bronze posterizer, so we could dunk and finish in traffic. We have a 75 layup for silver float game and bronze layup mix master, and then we have that 84 close shot that's going to help us get that not bronze but silver paint prodigy at 84. Then for the shooting, we're going with a 98 on the mid range and a 93 maxed out on the 3-ball, as well as an 82 free throw. So you see that 98 is going to get us Hall of Fame, or excuse me, Legend Set Shot Specialist, along with Hall of Fame Deadeye. We're also going to have Shifty Shooter on this build as well too, which is nice to have. No mini marksman, because obviously our height, we're not going to have that. And then obviously no post fade phenom, just because we're not going to have any post control on the build, but we'll still make do. Moving on to the playmaking, we do have a 78 on the pass accuracy there. We have an 80 on the ball handle, and then we have a 75 on the speed with ball, getting a silver lightning launch, bronze ankle assassin, handles for days, and silver unpluckable, as well as bronze versatile visionary, silver break starter, and silver dimer. Now obviously this is not the greatest playmaking, but this build is most likely going to just be playing off ball. You're going to be at the 3, sometimes at the 4, playing that small ball 4 kind of lineup if you're playing solo rec. So your job is to really just space the floor with this 98 midi 93 3-ball. That's really just going to be your main objective. You're not going to really be doing too much of dribbling and trying to finish. But again, you got an 80 ball handle. You can put the ball on the floor. You have a 78 pass accuracy. You can make some extra passes. You have a 75 speed with ball, so you can beat some people off the dribble. And more importantly, you do have finishing on this build with a 75 layup, 84 close shot, and a 73 driving dunk. So if you do get matched up against like a 6'3", 6'4" lock, if you get down in that paint, you'll be able to finish down low on them. You're not going to have to worry about them stopping you on the perimeter, because you're going to get into the lane, get into the paint, and just finish over top of them, okay? So that's not going to be much of an issue. Then moving on to the defense, we do have a 35 interior defense, which isn't really much, but we are going to have a 74 perimeter defense, along with a 60 on the steal for bronze interceptor, 74 getting us that bronze challenger, on ball minutes, pick dodger, and all of those badges, just so that we can play some perimeter defense. And then a block we're leaving at 25, because we don't really plan on being in the paint anyway with this build. And then finally our rebound, we're going with just the 60 on the defensive rebound, just so that we'll be able to slide down there as the small forward and even as the power forward, just sliding down there to help our center box out and grab some boards with that 60 D board and bronze rebound chaser. And then moving on to our physicals, which again, decent enough. We have a 79 speed. We have a 76 on the agility, which is going to help get us that good old Hall of Fame Shifty Shooter. And then if you want, you can always use your +1 on Shifty Shooter and get that Legend Shifty Shooter to go with that Legend Set Shot Specialist. You can also use that +1 on Deadeye and get Legend Deadeye if that's what you want. You have your options. Then we went with a 50 on the strength, so we have a little strength on this build. And then finally we followed up with a 65 vertical so that we can unlock Bronze Posterizer, which is also another badge that you could go, throw that +1 on with. But me personally, I would probably go with a shooting badge just to bolster my main strength, which is going to be shooting with a badge like this, or a build like this, excuse me. And then of course, when we create our build, you see the shades of, we see Wally Zerbiak, we see Benedict Mathurin, and then we also see Brandon Miller from the Charlotte Hornets. And then of course we have our build name, the Sharpshooting Wing. So there you have it. This is my Sharpshooting Wing build for NBA 2K25. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content, and of course more rare builds like this. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.